Hey everyone and welcome back. Last time I was like, yeah, the time before last video and this video it's like a couple of days. Like now we are like a couple of weeks. One, maybe two, maybe three, but I think it's more like 1 or 2 weeks. The thing is like I had this vision that I should pick a subject before I talk and then talk about the subject. But the thing is like I haven't figured out anything. It hasn't like any subject have like come up in my mind, or like if something comes up I'm like no, not that, no, not that. So yeah, I don't have any subject this time either, but I was like, hey, now I just letting this go and I don't continue. And like I had this, like I have decided that I'm going to do 20 videos. Like what I do afterwards I'm not sure, but if I have decided that, I'm not gonna quit. But for a reason, like my brain was like, yeah, but you need to do that, you need to do that, you need to do that. And I'm like, I have listened to it a bit too much. And that isn't really good. Like I need to be more, if I say I will do something, I need to do it. And I can't like let my brain decide what I should do. Even though I'm not sure like I will do this forever, but like 20 videos isn't too much. Yeah. And yeah, today it's like more in the middle of the day. Like it's not this super early because I was like, yeah, I need to do this, and I was like, yeah, but I can do it then and then, but no, I'm going to do it now. So yeah, here I am sitting with a cup of tea, have no idea what to talk about, and yeah. And my hair is like a mess. I haven't done like anything. I have been up for like some hours, but it's Sunday and yeah. Sometimes during Sundays I don't really do anything more than like put on clothes and make stuff. Like Sundays is my like preparing for the weekday. So I have like some beans that I'm cooking right now, and I'm doing laundry, but yeah, I'm not like doing. I will probably go out because like whole morning it has been like this super rainy, like yeah, very rainy, like yeah. I have heard a lot of rain noise this morning, but now like it's sunny. The sun is up, and I'm like, oh, we still have sun. Like I can't, like I'm going out on like my lunch break and take a walk every lunch break. But other than that, like I don't see the sun during my weekday because I go up and it's dark and I get to work and it's still dark and then I work. Then the sun comes up sometime, but then I'm inside. And then I am outside for like this short time during my lunch break. And then I get inside, and when I end my work, it's dark. And yeah, it looks like it's the middle of the night. And you get home and it's dark and you just want to go in bed and don't do anything. Like yeah. But yeah, today is actually a pretty good day. Like yeah, I say a lot of like I don't know why I do that, but I do that. I have figured out. Anyway, like this morning, there again. This morning I woke up and yeah, it's pretty good day. Like I did a to-do list today where making a video did actually come up. And I have been really productive and I'm proud of myself. But the thing is like the reason I think that one of the reason why my brain is like letting me slip away from this is because like I'm really searching for a new job. Like I really can't be at my old job because I know like in some other countries this wouldn't be like a big thing, but in Sweden we are very much about like your rights as when you work for someone, and they can't do like everything they want, like our boss can't. And she has been like, yeah, I can order you to stay during how long time I need, or that we need, but I'm not going to pay you extra for it or give you extra time. Like, we had this, I don't know what you call it in English, but if we work over because our boss say we must, because the company or that, and now I don't work for a company, but like she needs me there to do a job, because if the job isn't done, we don't follow the law. When it's not like I can decide, then I should get extra for the time. I can get it in money, or I can get it in extra time, like 1 hour done isn't like 1 hour, it's like 2 or 1.5 hour. It's a little bit, I don't have the exact amount, and then you can get the same extra in money. But she says that we can't, and if we say no, we are like, oh, I don't know that word either in English. Like, this is also a good thing with knowing what to say before you put on, like, you can Google some words. But yeah, like, we refuse to work, and if we do that too much, we can she can expel us, like she can, we can lose our jobs if it's like that. And I'm not like, I value my free time more, and even if I get like, because if I work over, like, I can take that much time another day. But when you work over, it's not like you are there just 1 extra hour. Firstly, like, you need to change your plans for your free time, and secondly, like, if your mind is focused on, like, I'm gonna drop this work, I don't need to think about this at 5 or whatever the time you think. If you go over that, your brain doesn't have this putting an end on your thinking of work as easy as normally, which means that you think about work a longer time. Also, when the only reason why we stay over is because it's like emergency, we need to secure kids' protection for the next day. So, like, we are actually going to decide things to make sure that the kids is alive the next day. So it's like, it's really like, you can't really drop that directly after. Like, it sits in you a little bit longer than normally it would do, even if it is like on a regular time. But on a regular time, you have more time with your coworkers also to get your emotions out, which you can't when you're like, yeah, now this, and now you're going home. Anyway, I don't like that, or how she decided at all. So I have like needed to search new jobs. And the thing is, like, this has gone through for a long time. The thing is, like, now, because of the epidemic, like, we have a lot more to do, and it's more, it shows up more, like, almost like I have been working over a lot more lately. Like, not just me, like me and my coworkers have working a lot more after our regular time. So yeah, that's like, so I'm really searching for a job, which honestly, like, it's not too hard. Like, I'm going to an interview next week, so it's not like too hard, but it's like, no, I said this like, but it's less out. So I'm used to, like, in our work field we have often like a lot of opportunity just change. Like I can quit my job and found something in short amount of time. Like finding this job, it took me a lot. It didn't took a long time. But if we take like when I before I was, but that was also because I knew the boss. But if we take it like before that, when I come to this boss for the first time, like I did quit my job that I had before I did get a new job, because I knew that I would get one before my three months. So I didn't want to wait it out. And like that job, it took me 2 weeks, I think, 2.5 weeks, and I had a new job. Like it goes so fast because it's so many opportunity out. And it's still like that. It's not like it isn't as many opportunities out, which means that it's not as easy as usually, but I think it's still easy, and I'm pretty sure I'll found something soon. Even if it won't be the one I'm going to interview, I will find something else. Honestly, I'm just relieved to change the problems. Like every place have their problems, and I'm just a bit tired of those I'm in right now. So I just want to change problems, which means that I don't have like these high expectations on my new job. Yeah. And also, like, I think it's 1.5 months. I don't have any ways to stay, or like, now I say like again, which is probably more annoying that I do thus mark every time I say it to you than that I actually say it. But I don't have anywhere to go in like 1.5 months, in that sense that I know where I'm going. I want to find another place like where I am alone, where I can be alone. But if I haven't found anything, I have my friends that I can live with, and if I doesn't have them, I can go to my family or something. I can like I have my family too, but yeah, I will go to my friends, and so I have place to be. It's more like I want somewhere to be more alone. Although like one part of me really feels like it would be fun to be with my friends for a while, which also makes it like I haven't as much fire about it, which probably is a bit bad, because yeah, I probably should put more focus on it. But like that's the thing, like it's a bit uncertain where I should live and where I should work in like next year, and it's soon next year. Although when this come out, it's even sooner. But yeah, that makes it also like. But that makes like this. My brain likes, oh, I just forget to focus on this because I focus on some other stuff. And also my brain doesn't want me to focus on this, which disturbs me. The thing I don't know why it disturbs me, but it's more like if I decide something, I want that to be the thing I do. And when my brain doesn't help me with that, it disturbs me because I'm like, why aren't you helping me? Why doesn't we work together with this? Because I try to work together with my brain. And yeah, I talk about my brain as a second person. It isn't really a second person, it's like more, the brain is just the organ where, and it access the same communication signals that I do. So yeah, for me it feels like it's a second person, but yeah, it's not. It's not a second person. Yeah. And now I am rambling like 50 minutes about why I haven't done this video before. But that's the thing, like the struggles about actually doing something that you committed to, it's hard sometimes. And the thing is that normally, like when you, oh, I haven't done this in like 2-3 weeks, you're like, okay, but that wasn't for me, or that isn't like, yeah, but it's a reason why I didn't do it, or anything like it. Like you came up with these things and then you still don't do it, even if you like caught yourself not doing it for like 2 weeks. And for some reason, like I try to conclaim, like tell you about it, like you can get on, like do it again and try again and do what you say you should do. Thing is, like the most important thing you say is the things you say to yourself. It's the things that you say that you should do, that you promise yourself that you should do. Although I don't promise myself anything, but when I say something, I mean it. And if I mean something and then don't do it, like my brain and me and everything about me doesn't know what's really important and what isn't. Because if I mean something and still don't do it, how can I think that that is important then? And it's so many things that we think is and that we think and feels is important that we are too afraid to do, or too, like we don't want to do it. Yeah. And yeah, like doing these videos was for me like getting out of my comfort zone, because I needed that. I needed to get out of my comfort zone and talk about stuff that people can see that. Or actually, from first it was more like this filming gray, like filming thing. I wasn't sure that I would put it out, but I knew somewhere I would. And like just combat your fears is something like, oh, I don't want to do that, but I still did it. Like sometimes that is just what you need to do to change something in your life. And I don't mean that you should change everything, but many people are very afraid of changing stuff, and honestly, it's only when you change stuff that your life will be different. And maybe some people think that I don't want it to be different. Nah, sure, you don't need it to be different, but many people do feel like they are missing something. And the only way they can stop missing something is if they do something about it. Yeah. Also, like that's also like one thing that many people feel like they miss a lot of stuff, but they focus on like the wrong stuff. Like people feel like they miss, maybe like, oh, I really would want a car, like they're missing for not having the car. But the thing is, like, it isn't the car that they want, really. It's like the freedom the car gave them, or the reputation the car gave them, or sometimes it's just like they need to spend money to feel good. So it's a lot of big different, like it's give them like a high when they spend money. So it's a lot of like, it's a lot of different stuff that they want than actually the thing. And like sometimes they can achieve the same thing, but with something else, or they realize like, oh, the reason why I want it is because I want to feel this happy feeling that I get when I buy something, and especially when I buy something who cost a lot. That isn't a good behavior. I should probably try to change and try to get this good feeling from somewhere else. But if it's more like about the freedom stuff, like it will bring them more time, because yeah, that like they feel like they miss a lot of time because they take the train or the bus. If that's the case, like, or need to like schedule in those things, then they have to compare it. Like, if I buy this car, I will give up this and this, because if you buy something, you give up something. And sometimes it's like, yeah, if you have money on the bank already, it's like you give up the security that money holds for you. And sometimes it's like, if you take like a loan or something, it will make that you will live on lesser money each month, which means that you will have a lower standard of living otherwise, except like this freedom thing about the car. And is it worth it? And that's like the thing that you need to figure out, what is the reason why you want something, and is it worth it? Is it worth the thing, the amount you will put in, and that what that amount means to you? But mostly when we buy something, maybe not a car because that's a bit expensive, but mostly when we buy stuff, we does it more impulsively and not like thinking about it. I do that too. My like, where I do impulse buy stuff is more about like food, and so like I can right now I have more salad stuff than I will probably be able to eat, so I need to freeze some of it down and use it. And I can like buy chips impulse because I like chips and I feel like I want to eat it, and I do eat it when I get home. But there I am more like impulsive than in other areas of what I buy. And everyone, no, not everyone, many people do have like these things that they impulsively buy. Not everyone know about it, and some things about it is worse than our others. I would honestly say that my food impulsive buying is a bad thing, because it's not like it's a bad thing in that amount, like it's a lot of money, because it's not a lot of money. Like, if I would impulsively buy clothes or impulsively buy something else, it would probably be a lot more. Food isn't so it doesn't cost so much. But the reason why I say that it is a bad thing is because, like, if I have decided that I should cut down on something, like I should cut down on chips, my urge to buy chips is a problem. It makes it harder, and it's sometimes my impulsive thing is about like healthy stuff, and then it's more okay, but it's as much about unhealthy stuff, and when that happens it goes very fast, and I need to sometimes really think about it. And the thing is that if I go and buy when I like have fasted, I'm more like, oh, I'm just going to buy this and this and this, and I like before. And sometimes I like, yeah, I'm going to buy one treat, so this treat, nothing else. And that's the thing, like I argument with myself about this treat, and but anyways, when I am in my fasted state, I do follow my list a lot more because I know that I can't think logically about something because I'm hungry. But the thing is, like, I can't really think logically about food otherwise either. It's like not like it's unlogically. Like I bought this for like doing porridge, and yeah, it's not. It isn't the healthiest version of it, but that was the thing like I was craving, and honestly, it's like totally fine. But I honestly, like, I should pick something. Like I should have. No, I shouldn't pick something else, but because I shouldn't bought it at all. Like I'm going to eat it up, and it's not like it's super bad for me, but it's not the healthiest, and it exists better alternative. Although I didn't feel like eating any other alternatives, so I wouldn't eat that. So I shouldn't bought anything else, but I shouldn't bought that either. Now it didn't cost a lot. It's like what it is, yeah, like 13, 14 Swedish crowns. With I mostly just divide it with one, and it's like approximately for like USD and euros. Not really, because it's like 7, 8. But yeah, I do it the quick way. Anyway, it's not like it was a lot of money, and it will like get me on for more, like eating more times. But it's more like it's not the healthiest, and it do taste good. But if I want to have a healthy body, I shouldn't eat that so much. And it's like, yeah. Although, but which I mean, with like it's not the unhealthiest. Like it's like I could eat cookies and ice cream to dinner, and it's not that level, but and it's not like all done. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm rambling around again. The thing is, like, our brain does struggle with us a lot of time, a lot of things, and sometimes it gets you, and sometimes it doesn't. But the thing is, like, you should try to work with it, and when it doesn't want to work with you, you need to try to figure out why, because it will help you a lot.